Hello students, today we're going to start the third chapter, that is human reproduction. In human reproduction, we will study about the various aspects of human reproduction. As we know that human reproduce sexually. So since they are reproducing sexually, so two parents are involved. That is, one is the mother and the another is the father. So in this uh, period, we're going to study about the male reproductive system. So first of all, we must know about the male reproductive structure. The male reproductive system consists of various parts. So the foremost and the most important part is the primary sex organ, that is the testis. A pair of testes is present in case of a male. So the pair of testes are known as the primary sex organs. So these are those sex organs which are responsible for the formation of male gamete, that is spermatozoa, and secretion of sex hormones, that is testosterone. Now the second is the secondary sex organs. So these are those organs which are basically associated with the transfer of gametes or the production of certain hormones which are responsible for the movement of the gametes from the primary sex organ to the site of fertilization, and the associated glands are responsible for providing proper orientation and nourishment to the spermatozoa. And the last part is external genitalia. So first of all, we will study about the male reproductive structure. Okay, how the different parts are present in case of a male. So that is the male reproductive structure. This is the diagrammatical sectional view. One is the sagittal view and the another is the longitudinal sectional view. So we will study about the structure of the male reproductive system. The male reproductive system consists of a primary sex organ, that is the testis, which lies in a pouch-like structure which lies outside the abdominal cavity known as scrotum. In this scrotum, the primary sex organ lies, that is the testis, and these are the various ducts which comprises the duct system in the male reproductive system. These are epididymis, vasa deferens, then this is the ejaculatory duct, and this is the urinogenital tract, or also known as the urethra. And the accessory glands which are associated with the male reproductive system of a pair of seminal vesicles are there. One prostate gland is there, and two bulbourethral gland, or a pair of corpus gland. So these are the locations of the various ducts and the accessory glands. So these are the various ducts. This is the testicular lobes. In these testicular lobes, seminiferous tubules is there. This is the rete testis. Then the vasa efferentia is there. Then this is the epididymis. Then this is known as the vasa deferens. These are the seminal vesicle pair. This is the prostate gland. This is the urinogenital tract or the urethra, and a small pair of bulbourethral gland. So this is the diagrammatical section view of the male reproductive system. Now we will study about the different part of the male reproductive system. The first and the most important part is the primary sex organ. So the primary sex organ in case of male is the testis. So testes lie outside the abdominal cavity within a pouch-like structure known as scrotum. Why the male primary sex organ lies outside the abdominal cavity? Because the temperature which is required for spermatogenesis is lower than the body temperature. So the temperature difference between the body temperature and the temperature inside the scrotum is about 2 to 2.5 degrees centigrade. That means if the body temperature is 37 degrees centigrade, the temperature in this scrotum will be 35 degree or 34.5 degrees centigrade. So that means it is lower than the body temperature. So this temperature is required for the process of spermatogenesis. Now we will study about the structure of the testis. So the testis is oval in shape. It measures about 5 cm in length and 2 to 3 cm in width and about 3 cm in thickness. It is covered by a dense covering known as tunica albuginea. Testis consists of 250 testicular lobes, and each lobe contain 1 to 3 highly coiled seminiferous tubules. And these seminiferous tubules is also known as the structural and functional unit of the testis. Why it is known as the structure and function unit of the testis? Because it is the site where spermatogenesis takes place. So that's mean the sperms are produced in the seminiferous tubule. So the structure of the seminiferous tubule. Now the seminiferous consists of seminiferous epithelium, which have two type of cell. One is known as Sertoli cells and the second is the spermatogonia. Sertoli cells are associated with providing nourishment to the developing spermatogonia, and spermatogonia, these are the male germ cells which undergo cell division and produce spermatozoa. We will study about these structures in the later coming slides. So first is that is the Sertoli cell. It provides nutrition and shape to the developing germ cells and spermatozoa. And the spermatogonia, it undergoes cell division to form spermatozoa. Now there is a space which lies between two seminiferous tubules, and this space have a connective tissue which includes blood vessels and Leydig cells, and these Leydig cells are also known as the interstitial cells. These Leydig cells are responsible for the synthesis and the secretion of male sex hormones known as androgens, of which testosterone is the principal one. So the testosterone is the main hormone which is secreted by these Leydig cells. Now we move towards the structure of the seminiferous tubule. So this is the structure of a seminiferous tubule, and these are the seminiferous tubules, and these are the seminiferous epithelium, which consists of blood vessels and the interstitial or the Leydig cells, and these interstitial cells are responsible for production of androgen. And one androgen which most commonly found in case of male is that is testosterone, and it is the principal hormones of the male reproductive system. So this is about the seminiferous tubule structure. Now we move towards the duct system. The male sex accessory ducts includes rete testi, vasa efferentia, epididymis, and the vasa deferens. So these are the different ducts, and the main role of these ducts is to transfer the male gamete from the primary sex organ to the site from where they can be ejaculated, or from there they can be transferred inside the female reproductive system. The seminiferous tubules of the testes opens into the vasa efferentia through rete testis, and from the vasa efferentia leaves the testes and open into epididymis located along the posterior surface of each testis. And these epididymis lead to vasa deferens that ascend to the abdominal and loops over the urinary bladder. It receives a duct from a seminal vesicles and opens into urethra as the ejaculatory duct. These ducts stores and transport the sperms from the testes to the outside through urethra. The urethra originates from the urinary bladder and extends through the penis to its external opening called urethral meatus. So these are the different ducts which are present in the duct system. Let's move towards the structure of the male reproductive system. So in this is the structure of a male reproductive system. Now we will study about the different ducts which we will study. So these are the different ducts which are present in a male reproductive system. This is the seminiferous tubules or the testicular lobes. These opens into rete from vasa efferentia opens into rete testis. From there it opens into the epididymis, and the epididymis leads to the vasa deferens, and these vasa deferens open into urinogenital tract, which is also known as the urethra, and here it receives the secretions of various accessory glands. So these are the duct system, and now we move towards the various accessory glands. The different accessory glands which are present in a male reproductive system is a pair of seminal vesicles, a prostate gland, and pair of bulbourethral gland, or it is also known as corpus gland. And the secretions of these glands are called seminal plasma. The seminal plasma is rich in fructose, calcium, and certain enzymes. It provides nutrition and medium for the spermatozoa to swim in the female reproductive tract. So the seminal plasma is very important for the spermatozoa as it is providing nourishment as well as it providing media by which it swim inside the female reproductive tract. Now we move towards the secretion of the bulbourethral gland. The bulbourethral gland secretions are basic in nature, and the main role of these bulbourethral gland is, and their secretion is that they neutralize the acidity of the urine. Since we know that in case of male, it's common opening for both reproductive as well as the excretory system. So the urine is acidic in nature, and acid is very dangerous to the sperms. क्योंकि ये क्या करता है, it kills the sperms. So in order to protect the sperm from the acidic media, the bulbourethral gland secretes alkaline media, which helps in the neutralizing the acidity present in the urinogenital tract, and it also helps in the lubrication of the seminal lubrication of the penis. Now the seminal plasma along with the spermatozoa is also called semen. So this is about the accessory glands and what role they play in male reproductive system. Now we move towards the next part, that is the external genitalia. External genitalia, it consists of penis. Penis is the external genitalia in human males. It is made up of a special kind of erectile tissue that helps in the erection of the penis to facilitate insemination. So that's mean it has a special kind of tissue. It has certain open spaces which are known as sinuses, and when these sinuses gets filled with the blood, that lead to the erection of the penis, and erected penis is responsible for insemination. And next we move to the another part of the external genitalia, that is an enlarged tip which is known as gland penis. This is a highly sensitive part of the male penis. It contains lots of nerve ending, and it is highly sensitive in nature, and it's covered by a loose fold of a skin called as foreskin or purpose. So these are the different parts of the male reproductive structure. So thank you for today. So this is all about the varied part of the male reproductive